Viewers, the BJP no longer sees itself as a bit player or an also-ran party in Tamil Nadu. It sees itself as a serious and credible challenger to the traditional Dravidian parties that have established dominance in Tamil Nadu. Powered by a dynamic new presence in the shape of a former IPS officer, K.Annamalai, the party has suddenly, viewers, begun punching above its weight. Not in terms of votes for now, but at least when it comes to setting the narrative, the agenda, or even being positioned as perhaps the most persistent and truculent adversaries questioning on a daily basis the government in power. The government in power, viewers, is part of what has become almost an hegemony in Tamil Nadu over the last few decades. And we are talking about the great Dravidian wall that the BJP hopes to breach. While its rivals concede that the party has certainly acquired an edge in the game of driving conversations and is punching above its weight in this one category, they still don't rate its electoral prospects, at least as of now. The BJP has been branded a Hindi belt party, an outsider force that doesn't hold Tamil culture in high esteem. At least that's what is being said about it by its traditional rivals. They also point to the party's overtly Brahminical vote bank worldview when it comes to their politics. Today, viewers, we have the opportunity and the privilege of speaking to K.Annamalai, who is, of course, leading this challenge, as I just told you, for the BJP in the state of Tamil Nadu, to determine whether the BJP is guilty as charged by its rivals, or whether this is a falsehood, and if so, why does he think so? What has led the BJP to be branded a Hindi belt party, and can it overcome some of these perceptorial hurdles? So let's begin our conversation. Mr. Annamalai, thank you for speaking to me. Thank you for speaking to Times Now. For a long time now, there's been talk that the BJP has been making significant inroads in Tamil Nadu. But have you really? In 2011, your vote share in the assembly elections was about 2.2%. Correct me if I'm wrong. In 2016, it grew to about 2.9%. 2021, it fell back to 2.6%. There is a perception that the BJP is very vocal in Tamil Nadu, but electorally, it hasn't made much progress. Now, how do you respond to this, and why do you think this is the case?
Rahulji, thank you so much for having me with your show in Times Now. Rahulji, I am not denying the numbers that you have put out, 2011, 16 and 19, at different points of time, different electoral scenes. When we had very big leaders in Tamil Nadu, 2011 and 2016, we had some big stalwarts. Kalaignar Karunanidhi, Madam Jayalalitha, very big leaders in the political fray. 2019, I would always call that as an abnormal election, because the whole of India chose to vote in one way and Tamil Nadu chose to vote in a different way, because there was this persistent anti-Modi campaign built by DMK and its channels that it owns. So 3-4 years continuously, anything and everything, they made it anti-Tamil. They drilled it down hard, and maybe I would say the voters were misled in 2019 also. Now 2021, if you look at the assembly elections that had happened, probably the first elections that happened without this big stalwarts, BJP contested in 20 seats. We were in an alliance with the ADMK, and DMK came to power. Possibly, I would say that was the closest election where DMK came to power with about a 2% margin. DMK plus were at 33%, ADMK at 31%. So it is not that Tamil Nadu overwhelmingly voted for the DMK brand of politics. It is not they voted that MK Stalin should be the chief minister. They just crossed that finish line in a very tense election with multiple people cutting votes. There is the Seaman cutting votes. There is this Kamala Hassan who was leading a friend. Then there's the ADMK alliance. So in this electoral scene, 2024 is going to be much different, entirely different. For the first time, you are going to see the playing field completely open, and Narendra Modi ji's government completing 10 years, very popular. Probably all our schemes have reached a kind of a traction point. People, not only do we tell people that we have built a house, in that house people have lived for 4 or 5 years. So this is going to be very different. To attest to this fact, in the recently held urban local body elections, wherever BJP contested, wherever we contested, we scored 9%. Across Tamil Nadu, we scored about 6%. So vote share is seeing a jump. No doubt about that. But having said Tamil Nadu, large number of political parties contest. Even with 20, 22, 23% vote share, you make a significant difference. So we believe at this point of time, BJP's vote share is in double digit. Like you said very clearly in the beginning, the test is only going to be 2024 elections. We have to wait till then. But we are very confident 2024 would be a watershed moment for BJP Tamil Nadu, where not only we will be in the higher vote share, but also we will have MPs to prove that Tamil Nadu people have swung the BJP way.
But you are still admittedly going to be playing the supporting role. You have said just very recently that the party's alliance with the AIADMK is intact in Tamil Nadu, and the AIADMK will lead the alliance also in the 2024 Lok Sabha elections. How long do you believe the party will remain in the shadow of the AIADMK or other regional outfits?
Sir, you know, as of now, when we speak in this interview, it is the Central Parliamentary Board and the party which makes the decisions about alliance. So, as we speak now, ADMK is an alliance partner of the NDA. In Tamil Nadu 2021, being a larger party, they led the alliance in 2019 also. So, in 2024 also, when I'm speaking as a state president as of now, so they are in an alliance. So, it will be foolish of me to say that BJP as of now is bigger than ADMK, so we will lead the alliance. So that even very seasoned political commentators like you will not agree to that. So BJP as a party, we are very ambitious. We want to grow faster, possibly come to power in a day in Tamil Nadu sooner than later. But these are things that parties make decision in a larger frame of mind. Very senior leaders, they make that decision. So I hope and pray BJP would be in a position, maybe about 16 months from now, in a position of strength. Where last time we contested with 5 seats in Lok Sabha. There were times where we contested 11 seats. This time we believe we are in a much bigger position. We can contest more number of seats. The party has grown. That is a decision for the parliamentary board to decide.
Okay, fair enough. Let's just look at the South as a whole, because as you said, the Tamil Nadu picture in 2019 was a bit of an outlier. So let's just look at the situation. In Karnataka, you're in power. There is an election looming. In Telangana, your party is the principal challenger to the TRS. In Kerala, the party's vote share is growing. Possibly now the BJP in Kerala can independently, and it has been of course, but can independently claim that it has definitely dented the two principal other challengers there, the left and of course the Congress. There is a lot more scope for growth in Andhra Pradesh. In fact, you were bold enough to drop your traditional ally there and go it alone. What therefore is the problem, the main obstacle in Tamil Nadu?
Sir, you rightly put it, the way the South is shaping up. But in Tamil Nadu, the problem is we deal with parties that are very extreme, very vocal in terms of what they say. Congress after 1967 has lost power in Tamil Nadu. No national party in the last 60 odd years is able to gain power in Tamil Nadu. The problem is the Dravidian parties or other local parties, the sub-regional parties, caste-based parties, they are very vocal. And when 6-7 parties, they speak in one frame of mind. For example, when there is a new education policy, when the third language is made compulsory, but Hindi is made optional. So this is a very big shift that has happened in the Indian political scene from 2020. So what happened, all these 7-8 parties of Tamil Nadu except BJP, they even oppose a third language being taught. So BJP is the only party which is trying to educate. Many times we have to educate our voters also, educate our Tamil Makkal also, that third language is the need of the time. So once we accept a third language, Hindi is optional. We can study either a Kannada or a Telugu or Malayalam, whichever you are comfortable. So the noise actually drowns us. Many point of time, it is a bigger noise. And another unfortunate part is also all of these political parties, they have a news channel. They run a newspaper. So they dominate this mind share. They keep talking morning till night. And many a time, many false narratives are pushed, false news are pushed. So BJP is operating in that domain where not only have we do politics on a daily basis, we also have to educate our voter. We also have to educate our Tamil Makkal. So many a times when BJP is gaining strength, you see in Tamil Nadu, all those people, they gang up together. The parties gang up, they attack BJP when people are shifting to other side. So many a times our foes also become friends to that side. So it's a very complex political field. So we have to maneuver all of them, outmaneuver them, make sure the message reaches them very pointedly, very clearly. At the same time, every time DMK is on a back foot, you just see, sir, DMK is in power for 16 months. The biggest issue DMK is talking for the last 2 months is the so-called Hindi imposition, which is actually not true, and the EWS quota, which is approved by the Supreme Court. They are not talking about the governance model. They are not talking about the Dravidian development model. They are not talking about CM's achievement in the last 16 months. This is their go-back model. Every time DMK is under pressure, they go back to Hindi, they go back to Tamil pride, they go back to center being against the Tamil interest. They create a narrative. So many a times they have tried successfully.
Okay, but
so this is their stock in trade.
But Mr. Annamalai,
so BJP, we are
I understand
happy.
that. It's
we have pushed DMK back to their old game.
Okay.
So now, if you talk in the last 1 month, Tamil Nadu has seen two different peculiar protests.
Okay.
BJP leading a protest against DMK in Tamil Nadu saying, no Hindi is imposed, but you are not growing Tamil language. DMK leading a protest against BJP and others saying you are trying to impose Hindi. So this is a parity game now, where we are very genuinely with data pointing out, it is not Tamil has grown under DMK. Only English has grown in DMK. Mother language is not growing. So these are all very complex issues in Tamil Nadu, sir, where it needs time for issues to get matured, people to understand. But there is no doubt. But I am confident with the election fever in 2024, people would make the right choice.
Okay, but there is no doubt, Mr. Annamalai, that the BJP is an ideology-driven party. There is no doubt about that. I want to ask you this. Can Hindutva unlock the Dravidian door, so to speak? Or is this binary wrong?
Right, sir. In Tamil Nadu, the word called Hindutva, the word called Sanatana Dharma, over the last 60-70 years, so confused. And very wrongly these words are interpreted. And very wrongly the political parties have written about it, spoken about it. Now when you go to the average Tamilian and talk about the word called Hindutva, he is really confused. What is Hindutva? He believes Hindutva is an exclusionary project where a band of men will come, maybe some extreme hardcore right-wing people who actually BJP doesn't represent also. They might go and bash up some Muslim or some Christian somewhere, like what we have seen in different points of India, which actually BJP doesn't subscribe to that version. That is the version they are trying to sell. Sanatana Dharma, immediately when we say in Tamil Nadu, they say Sanatana Dharma means there is an upper caste, so-called Brahmin caste, which is trying to subjugate all of us. So we are trying our best over a point of time. Maybe we have gone aggressive in the last 1 year to accurately position what is Sanatana Dharma, a timeless Dharma that is encompassing of everybody. That doesn't talk about upper caste, lower caste. Also about Hindutva meaning, when the state government is doing appeasement politics on a scale which Tamil Nadu hasn't seen on a scale. The Coimbatore blast is a classic example. When we are trying to say, when BJP is trying to represent the Hindu interest, doesn't mean the BJP is going against the Christian or Muslim interest or the minority interest. But Hindus feel threatened in Tamil Nadu. It's a fact. Hindus are not being properly represented in Tamil Nadu. That is a fact. And the Christian missionary groups are allowed to operate in Tamil Nadu on a large scale. That is a fact. So this is something we are trying our best to position it correctly, where we are not against anybody. But this government is specifically against the Hindu community, the temple issue, temple closing, taking gold outside the temple, allowing TN, HRNC department to control temples by putting somebody inside the temple. where the worshippers don't have a free choice. So it is taking time, sir. It is not that immediately people accept it. I agree with you. It takes a lot of time to unravel all the nonsensical narrative that is fed to our Tamil Makkal. It will take a little bit more time, but we are confident we will reach there.
On that point, HRC Act, that can easily be reversed by the center itself. So would you not want to establish your credentials by undertaking such a liberating, for example, project driven centrally?
Sir, the first thing is, it has only become an issue now. After BJP, we have taken up the temple-centric issues, we have taken up the worshipper-centric issues. It is becoming a talking point now, where the government is actually forced to concede. In many ways, we have put them in the back foot in the last 1 year. So we want it to become a people's issue. We want it to achieve a certain level of momentum, which is happening now. Till then, we are trying to educate our people, because this act is there for the last 50, 60 years. And DMK somehow portrays this as a social justice model, where a HRNC department is trying to control the temple because they don't want Brahmins to come and control the temple. We are saying this narrative itself is unfair. It is not that so-called Brahmins are controlling. Brahmins are a part of it. They are trying to enrich Tamil Nadu's history at different points of time. But somehow from 1949, the anti-Hindu rhetoric of DMK has become an anti-Brahmin rhetoric. Somehow they are able to sell that narrative also. So there are a lot of groundwork to be done.
Are you talking about A. Raja?
Also, sir, we want to educate, at the same time do active.
Are you talking about A. Raja, who said?
Yes, sir.
And let me quote him.
If you look at it,
yes, let me quote him. For the viewers' benefit, he said, "One will remain a Shudra, a prostitute's son, till they remain a Hindu." Unquote. Where is this coming from?
You'll be very surprised, sir. It is not A. Raja's uttering for the first time this. Many DMK leaders have uttered this, much worse than this. The rhetoric against the Brahmin is absolutely worse than this. But they have spoken, they have escaped it over the last 30, 40 years. But right now I'm happy that people are questioning. It is not that BJP is questioning. People are questioning. Who are you to speak? For the first time, DMK is confused. This is the language we are using for the last 50 years. Why are you suddenly questioning us? For that, I gave an explanation as a political leader. I said, look, till then you are controlling the medium of communication. You are writing your own paper, own channel. There was 100 people in a room. You are speaking whatever you want. You are escaping. For the first time, with the social media, with the cell phone, with the technology, with the active English news media, first time people are questioning it. I'm in a way very happy, sir, that A. Raja's statement, it has reached the shore. It has assured all the countries, and Tamil people have genuinely taken affront to it. But previously this was not happening. 20 years back it was not happening, because the medium was controlling. Now these are the signals I'm pointing out to you, sir. It is becoming a people's issue. When previously when BJP says DMK will accuse us of doing a Hindu politics, Hindu-centric politics, and they will say we are doing Hindu appeasement politics. Now for the first time people are rightfully saying no, BJP is not doing that. You are doing a minority appeasement politics. You are abusing Hindus, which BJP is questioning. This shift has taken so much years to happen, sir. It's a matter of time. That is why DMK is forced to go to temples.
Okay,
now,
but
DMK
minorities,
is trying to do
when
in the
you
last
say
1 year.
minorities.
No. We worship God. We respect God.
Okay.
The CM's...
But Mr. Annamalai, when you talk about minorities...
the CM's wife does visit to all kinds of temple.
Okay.
The CM's son-in-law is going to temple just to show that we are also a party which will respect Hindus. That is the first time it is happening in Tamil Nadu.
So you've just accused the DMK of playing the appeasement card, but I mean, let's look at some of the minority population in the state. They hardly exceed 6.5%. So, you know, I'm talking about Christians and Muslims taken together, somewhere there, if I'm not mistaken. So, what is the political incentive for the DMK to play the minority card?
Rahulji, with due respect, with Christians and Muslims in our state, it is about 13%. Okay. 6.5 Christians and 6.5 Muslims. But the problem is, especially in the southern part of Tamil Nadu, sir, the conversion is becoming a big issue. If you look at Kanyakumari, a state where the Hindu population was a majority 2 decades back, Now the Hindu population is a minority. So in Thoothukudi, Tirunelveli, so a lot of constituencies are on the edge. There is this project that is happening on a large scale for the last many years, which after the DMK has come to power, it is getting accelerated. And somehow DMK believes, sir, that attacking the Hindus doesn't vote as a bloc. Hindus vote is divided. But attacking the Hindus will give them the consolidation of 10-12% among the minority population, which the minorities themselves are questioning to DMK. You are neither serving us nor serving them. You are trying to be a cat on a wall. In the recent Coimbatore bomb blast, when the ISIS module attacked this, till now DMK doesn't use a word called terror attack. They called it as a cylinder blast. But I'm very happy the local Jamaat came out and said this is a terror attack. We don't appreciate it. The intelligence has failed. So DMK's strategy is somehow keep this minority population's vote intact, allow the Hindus to split, which the vote goes to multiple parties, so that there is no unity. For the first time in Tamil Nadu, we are seeing a Hindu consolidation also. People are questioning. People are asking, how long can you take us for granted? So that is putting DMK in the back foot, sir.
So let me ask you this. You have said that the BJP has picked up on largely a public sentiment that has recognized that Hindus also have rights, etc. And you have said that there is a need amongst Hindus in Tamil Nadu to secure an amount of dignity for themselves. Will you be able to commit tonight and tell me that the AIDMK is also on board with you? Because when you talked about the HR&C Act, for example, it's not as if the AIDMK has militated against it when it was in power. It continued it. Do you have AIDMK on board?
It's a very straight question, sir. Some of the Tamil Nadu politics over the last 5-6 decades, it has taken a lot of people for granted. 4 years, it's a normal politics. The opposition parties will get active after 4 years. Then there is a change of government which happens routinely. But when Dr. MGR started the party in 1972 and later when Madam Jayalalitha came, they tried their best to balance. Though the HR&C Act was there, it was never misused. Now you see, for example, in the Chidambaram Nadaraja temple, which is one of the 5 important places for Lord Shiva, the HR&C minister daily threatens the Dikshidhar of Chidambaram temple, daily threatens. Just yesterday he has threatened it. Though there was an act which was kind of a dormant, other things were happening in the ADMK time, which also I am unhappy. The Tamil Nadu doesn't have any place for the HR&C Act in the first place. But in the DMK, it is being misused. There are 2 levels of arguments, sir. It is misused on a daily basis. Threatening, the Nityakala Puja doesn't happen. They have given a short shrift. The money is being taken out and cars purchased. All the officers' salary is paid from the temple when it is not the exclusive provision of the HR&C Act also. But I can commit to you as a BJP man. When we come to Tamil Nadu, whenever the BJP comes to power, the day one, whoever is our chief minister, because this is a party's ideology locally as a Tamil Nadu BJP unit, he or she will 100% take that act out. Because we have to liberate temples. Okay. These are all great temples built by great people in a fantastic social justice model. Rajaraja Cholan, the great Tanjavur Bragadishwara temple, everybody had a right to go inside. In fact, the so-called poor and the oppressed, they were given the permission to go and light the lamp inside. That kind of model. They spoiled it in the last 70 years and they are giving a false sense of social justice. It will happen. But I hope and pray the ADMK party also realizes the political dynamics in Tamil Nadu is changing.
No, so I'm asking
you, a set of
you
voter
this.
Cannot be taken for granted.
I understand.
If ADMK
the reason
comes on board with respect to this, I'll be very happy, sir.
But the Prime Minister is an avowed anti-corruption crusader. He has always said in Hindi, na khaunga, na khane dunga. Unfortunately, this cannot be said about the AIDMK. You know the legacy of corruption that has tainted the party, and I'm not saying it's only particular to the AIDMK. It has happened also with other political parties. But therefore, given this crisis of credibility on such a fundamental issue, can you really be natural partners?
There is a question whether we can be natural partners or we can be partners. Two different ways of looking at it, sir. With respect to the corruption issue, we are very clear Tamil Nadu deserves a government that is free of corruption. That is free of corruption. We had chief ministers going to jail. More than any other state, we had raids being conducted and crores of money unearthed. But this is a very tricky issue, very touchy issue. But I can only speak for myself as a BJP state president. We are very clear. We want to bring honest people to politics, bring honesty, align BJP Tamil Nadu fully in sync with Modiji's image. But that's a call I can only speak as a local party president. With respect to the being partners in an election time, we agree on a lot of issues. The main issue, we need a Dravidian party with a national character, because many things we can't solve at one go. We want to solve one issue at one time.
Since you're looking at this alliance with the AIDMK because the party has a national outlook, let me quickly ask you my final question. What do you think should be the link language nationally? Should it be English? Should it be some other language? What do you personally believe?
If you ask me personally, since I've lived in other states also for my work and other things, I believe the link language, because Modi ji in Anna University convocation, he said very clearly, the Prime Minister in stage about 2 months back, all Indian languages are national languages. We have technology, sir. We have artificial intelligence. It's not a big deal to do a real-time translation or to do any language to other language. And Tamil Nadu being Tamil Nadu with a lot of pride for our mother tongue, I think for the next many years, if we can try and maintain what we are doing now, and of course, you know, last year in the Hindi Prachar Sabha, the highest number of students who took the first level of exam, the Prathmik, came from Tamil Nadu. People are voluntarily learning. People want to learn because it furthers their prospects. They can go do business in the other parts of India where they can communicate. It is happening organically, naturally. Like they learn many languages, they are learning Hindi. But I believe every single language being national language, real-time translation, real-time communication, I think it solves many of the problems, sir. Of course, Hindi should be an important part of it. English should be an important part of it, and Hindi should be an important part of it.
So you're saying, correct me if I'm wrong, there should not be any one link language. We have national languages. We should accept the diversity.
Absolutely, sir. Every single language can be a national language. With technology, it can be made possible, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Annamalai, for being absolutely forthright, taking all the questions on your chin. Thank you very much. Wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Pleasure to always come.
The News Hour at 10 will be right back after.